So I looked up, or I didn't look. I did. I was curious about that achievement last time, and I looked, and it says, the achievement is Four Eyes Fan made Hazuki wear glasses. You know, our nurse, who we're interacting with at this very moment. I didn't make her do anything. And I was just genuinely curious if this was like a skippable thing or not. And apparently, people have somehow skipped this achievement and gotten other chapter achievements. So I don't know what that even means. Is it like that? I know, like I didn't, because I didn't make her do anything. She just had them on. Not that this really matters. I just thought it was funny. The nurse from before, Hazuki-san or something, I don't know, I don't care, guided me over to the hospital bed located at the back of the room. Give me the, so I clicked it and it didn't work. As it wasn't a bed meant for sleeping, it was firm and uncomfortable. Ah, the shitty cots they made us sleep when we were in kindergarten. I understand. Then again, considering the sofa I usually slept on, that shouldn't pose any problems for me.
3時間くらいしたら起こしに行きますから。
I'm literally, it's like we're used to sleeping in shit. This nurse was pretty damn cute. Oh, God. As I lie on the bed, I took a quick peek at her face while being careful to avoid eye contact. Her baby face made her look kind of unreliable, and she even had this almost despondent aura about her. She was doing her job pretty well, and apparently we could take those glasses off of her, but I don't know, I feel like they fit her very well. She felt like the heroine right out of a classic eroge. One with kinky hospital diddly. Hey. We ain't none of that talk.
できるだけ目は離さないようにしていますので、安心して眠ってくださいね。
Okay. Basically, if symptoms of sleepwalking occurred, like I started wandering around on my own, she'd make sure to take care of me.
それでは、ごゆっくり。
Okay, bye. We're just gonna be like staring at the ceiling. After giving a slight smile, the nurse closed the curtain and left the hospital room. He was hoping for a classic eroge situation. Now surrounded by a pure white curtain, I took a deep breath. Yup. All around me, I could hear the voices of doctors examining patients, the sound of nurses running around, and the sound of the door to the examination room opening and closing. Yeah, I doubted I'd be able to relax here. Could I actually fall asleep like this? Dude, there was no way I'd be able to, that's for damn sure. Figuring I had nothing to lose, I closed my eyes. To be fair, you also haven't slept in quite some time. No matter what I did, my mind refused to think of anything other than that corpse. No! That had been massacred and crucified with stakes, as well as the gory pictures Shogun had sent me. So I forcefully conjured Serotonin into my head. Yes, please, bring her here. Oh, what do you mean, good or bad?
タッキー、外出嫌いなのに病院来るなんてすごい。
I'm kind of like considering bad, because he never has bad delusions when it comes to Sarah. So that would just be very strange and odd and out of place. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Yeah, we're going pessimistic and evil.
私前から思ってたんだけどさ、タッキーって実はすごく強い男の子だよね。
Oh, thank you. Sarah animatedly moved about in my delusion. Her cute voice chirped for me.
私、そんなタッキーの強さが好き。
Thank you.
それに、タッキーは無遊病なんかじゃないよ。私、毎日タッキーのこと見てるもん。だからわかるさ。
She's literally telling it like it is, dude.
三次元女になんか騙されちゃダメだぞ。タッキーには 私がいるっしょ。
We've already been tricked before.
またコンテナハウスで二人きりで過ごそうね。ボケなす。
Well, container house. Oh, I thought you meant like not our like actual house. I thought you meant like some weird like other listen, my mind was in some perverted place for a brief moment. Don't worry about it. Seraton, you're so cute. Seraton, don't worry, I got a bad delusion coming for you. She really was my ideal waifu. There wasn't a single woman better than her. True. 3D? The fuck was that? Yeah! I want to go home already. I want to go home and have Seraton welcome me back with a smile. Wait. I mean, wait. Wait for me, Seraton, okay? I'll be coming home soon. And bad. Dude, I've been like clicking the bad ones all the time now. What's wrong with me? See, I thought it would be in reference to her rather than like this. But you know what? Still, it's a hospital. Hospitals is bad. She opened the door to the examination room and was greeted by the doctor's smiling face.
今日はどうしました?
Well, ignoring the question, she examined her surroundings. I'm scared. The examination room was not particularly large. Adopt? What the fuck? Who's adopting? Atop brain the doctor's desk. Thank you. Sat one blank medical chart, then another that was filled out in a language that was not Japanese. They called her a demon. Everyone did. Even her own parents. Oh no. Had she always been a demon, or did everyone calling her one cause her to become one? After all this time, it did not matter to her either way. Regardless, she had slaughtered 8 people over the past month or so. Society called it madness, casting her actions into a realm of infamy. But from her perspective, they were nothing more than numbers. She was a demon, after all.
何か気になりますか?
And then we'll all you're about to claim another one.
もし気になるものがあるなら言ってください。どかしますから。
Remember who I was talking about in the other delusion? He was very sensitive to the needs of his patients, something befitting of a psychiatrist. Finding this truly heartwarming, she opened the bag she'd brought along, and from that bag she slowly took out a 24-centimeter long kitchen knife. Dude, we're getting all these women that just kill people. Dude, it's right up my alley, like shit.
それとももっと広い部屋に
Oh, I thought he was like, okay, never mind. How's about we just... The doctor cut his offer short upon seeing the knife. His face stiffened. Sensing his terror, she gave a gentle smile. The doctor would be the 9th. And the other guy sleeping in the back, that could be the 10th. He had not been her intended target. Oh, see, look. But she might as well make the most of the opportunity. Placing her bag on the ground, she approached the doctor with long, soundless strides. Then, maintaining her fierce momentum, she flew toward the doctor's chest and plunged the knife deep inside. Damn, got him. All it takes. The knife slipped past his ribcage, reaching his heart. Damn, she got right in the heart. That single thrust had spelled the end of the doctor's life. The doctor, now no more than an object to her, collapsed against her body. For a moment, she supported his weight so that she could remove the knife. And then, once she was done, she knocked the object away with her elbow. Oh, don't go after her. She's just an innocent bystander, even though, like, the doctor was too. The object was lying face up on the floor. Its white coat dyed a deep crimson. The nurse who ran over to investigate the commotion let out a scream. In one large step, she trampled over the doctor's corpse and slashed at the nurse with the knife. Aw, poor girl. Fresh blood danced through the air. While it was no fatal wound, it likely etched a rough scar on the docile-looking nurse's face. Ow. Dude, I'm telling you, Takumi, he's real fucked up in the head. We already knew, but I feel like we should keep reiterating. You know what I'm saying. With a scream, the nurse clutched at her face and crashed to the floor. Oceans of blood spilled out from the gaps between her fingers. Ignoring this, she continued toward the back of the examination room. The 10th would not be the nurse. It was a momentous occasion. The 10th, double digits. So it had to be the target she had originally come for. Everything around her was chaos. The other patients and nurses had long since screamed and ran away, but she did not lend an ear to their cries. She simply searched for him, someone who was most definitely there. No, I'm fine. I'm not here at all. Oh no, she sees the curtain. Her eyes stopped on a curtain. The curtain was partitioning off a section of the room that was between 2 to 3 square meters large. A section that likely contained a bed. There you are. Yes, destroy us. Finally. Her heart trembled with jubilation. The sheer thought of killing him made her nether regions grow hot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. We can't be having none of that. Oh no. We're just laying there. She slowly closed the gap between her and the curtain. Then, instead of opening it normally, she slashed it open with a knife. And when she peeked through the newly opened gap, he was lying on the bed. Why is quote he now? Just like she had expected him to be. I found you. Now that she had seen him, she could not contain herself any longer. She pushed her way through the curtain, and now she stood right by the bed. See, look, we're sweating. He was sleeping with a slightly pained expression on his face. Burp. She combed her fingers through his hair, stroking it ever so gently. He did not awaken. Thank you. At least you pet me before I die. Gripping the knife with both hands, with an underhand grip, she raised her arms high above. Her target was simple. His heart. With a single thrust, just like the doctor before you, I'll put you to rest. But we're already trying to sleep. I mean, you know, overwrought with feelings of pure rapture. With every ounce of strength she had, she swung down the knife. Ow. Is that just, like, damn, that felt good. What a delusion. Whew! He just comes out of it. Damn, we could have had a sexy, nurse delusion or something, but I chose that instead. I chose pink-haired girl killing me. And I don't mean our pink-haired waifu, who may or may not look suspiciously like the other one who's the demon and killing people. I sprang up only to find myself on the bed like before. My heart was pounding like crazy. Is it me? Am I the one reason he can't sleep anymore? Because I keep doing the bad delusions. I checked my chest. There was no wound anywhere, nor there any blood. I was unharmed. I examined my surroundings. The curtain was closed, and it definitely hadn't been slashed open with a knife. I carefully placed my hand on the curtain, and when I opened it, I saw the doctor. And, wait, whoa, hold up. And, no, when you open it, you don't see that. I saw the doctor and Hazuki-san collapse on the floor covered in blood. When that delusion appeared in my mind, I began to tremble all over again. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. But I couldn't work up the courage to open the curtain. What if there was a sea of blood right past it? What if the demon girl was standing there holding a knife? We gotta face our fears, buddy. The terror of those thoughts completely incapacitated me. Then, right at that moment... Oh. How long has he been asleep, by the way? Was it like just 5 minutes? The curtain opened from the outside. I couldn't help but scream and tumbled off the bed.
大丈夫ですか？
I timidly looked up at her. Hazuki-san was looking down at me with wide eyes. Her white coat had no trace of blood, and her face didn't have any stab wounds
ご
either.
めんなさい。驚かせてしまって。
He's like, she's still so beautiful.
起きているとは思わなかったので。
いえ
Wait a minute. Yeah, her like badge doesn't have her glasses on. At least I don't see them. Then again, I have very bad eyes, so I can't really like see something from that that's that small, but it looks like it. God, I was pathetic. With my head still hanging down, I sluggishly rose to my feet. My heart was beating out of my chest, and it just wouldn't stop. But thank God it'd just been a dream. It was like watching a horror movie.
本当に大丈夫？
We are not okay. Hazuki-san appeared at my face, her worry evident. I felt beyond embarrassed, so I couldn't look up at her. Just nodding was the best I could do.
少しうなされていたみたいでしたけど。
怖い夢を見て。
Oh, yeah, very scary.
そう。
Just, what time was it? How long had I slept for? I asked Hazuki-san that very question. Surprisingly enough, I'd slept for a full three hours. Oh, okay, so we did actually sleep the whole 3 hours. Guess I've been more exhausted than I realized.
でも、無遊病の症状は結局出ませんでしたよ。
Yeah, sounds about right. Hazuki-san's reassuring voice conveyed that to me.
まあ、今日はたまたま症状が出なかっただけかもしれないから、無遊病でないっていう断定はできないですけど。
No, I really don't think I'm a sleepwalker, so... More importantly, I had to ask the doctor that really important question. Yup, but I couldn't see him anywhere. As I looked around, Hazuki-san handed me a blank form. Not really focusing all that hard, I took it from her and ran my eyes over it. It was a fill-in-the-blank style form.
それはあなたの心理状態を把握するためのチェックシートです。心理テストのようなものね。それを書いてくれたら今日はもう帰っていいって先生が。
Oh, they're not gonna like what they see from these results.
先生は。
ごめんなさい。ずっと診察が続いてて。来週まで様子を見て、まだ改善が見られないようならもう一度来てくださいって。
This is why she's here, because she's here to keep, while he's busy doing stuff, she's here to keep watch. Then again, it wasn't like he was my primary physician or anything, I suppose. He'd probably just given Hazuki-san a bunch of directions to get me out of here. Well, I guess that means that's pretty much no point to me coming to the hospital today. I really wanted to ask Dr. Takashina about the someone that wasn't me controlling me. We'll do that another day. I'm here for you. Whatever it meant, it was a really chilling symptom, so I didn't want to leave without getting an answer. That being said, I didn't have the courage to demand Hazuki-san bring him back to me to see me, especially when she already looked so apologetic. Reluctantly, I decided to give the test a try. Oh, again, they're not gonna like what they see. Guess I'd write about my symptoms on the back of the sheet or something. If I did that, I should be able to get another examination scheduled for next week.
チェックシートは質問に対してイエスかノーかだけを答える簡単なものですから。
Oh, it's like my delusions. Green or red.
当てはまる点があったらイエスにチェックしてくださいね。今後の西條さんの治療に対する参考にしますから、じっくり考えて答えてください。
Okay. Hazuki-san went out of her way to explain the procedure thoroughly. The test had some strange questions mixed in, ones you wouldn't normally expect to run into at a hospital. Really did seem like some sort of psychological test. Would they really be able to actually learn something from questions like these? I would, they're gonna learn something, alright. Hazuki-san stared at me intently. She showed no signs of leaving. But it wasn't like she had nothing else to do or anything. It was more like she was monitoring. No, watching over me or something. My nervousness at being watched made it hard for me to think clearly, but I guess she was just doing her job. Either way, I knew I ought to fill out the test quickly. Okay. Can I do it? I mean, it's you. It's not me. Ooh, I can. Well, it shows me what it is. When you have business to take care of, you prefer to use email? Email. Guaranteed, straight up. No. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. I do get to fill this out. I'm so happy. Okay, it is. Let me. So what is it? Oh, is it like a check if yes? Like don't fill it in if no. Your ears ring every now and then. Yeah, sometimes. You felt someone's gaze and turned around before? Yep, felt that before too. Have you seen? Well, you've seen objects that are supposedly stationary move for an instant? Nah, I haven't really experienced that. You've experienced a premonition? Yup. While looking at a digital clock in passing, you've seen the same numbers appear in sequence. No, I don't know what you're talking about. You already cried once. I've cried a lot. You can, oh Jesus, using only your imagination. Well, you know what? I'm gonna, you know what? Sure. You can visualize uninterrupted imagery. Yes. You could daydream without closing your eyes. Yes. The frontal view of a car sometimes looks like a face. The fuck? Not to me. You have a hard time going to the bathroom after watching a horror movie. You cannot handle haunted houses. Wait, let's see. I don't actually have a hard time going to the bath. So you know what? We're not clicking that one. I know it's supposed to be him, but we're doing this together. It's a team effort. You cannot handle haunted houses. Pfft, that shit ain't scary. When you start reading a book, you become so immersed in it. Yes, that's a yes. You believe that other planets inhabited by human-like creatures? Yeah, sure. I mean, we can't be the only ones out there. The personality attributed to your astrological sign matches your no. I mean, I don't know actually. I'm just gonna leave that blank. You are prone to motion sickness. Nope. You believe there is God. I mean, well, we have the God eyes. Oh, hell, well, not the God eyes. You know what I mean. The gaze of God staring at us all the time. You know what? We'll say yes on that one. You have a strong ability to sense supernatural. You're damn right I do. You've dreamed in color before, all the time. You'd have a dream in which you knew you were dreaming. Well, like a lucid dream? To be honest, yes. You've experienced memory loss. Nope. You have a hard time making eye contact with people. I do, actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Merely the sight of sour food makes your mouth fill with saliva. Specifically, any food, actually. So, yes. You feel like yawning when other people do. You're, yup. Dude. Okay, only a few no's in there. Alright. Feel like the God one can be a little hit or miss, but you know, it is what it is. You know what? I think we're good. Boom.
はい、お疲れ様でした。
I don't know what that's gonna do. Hazuki-san thanked me as I answered the final question, despite the fact that I hadn't said anything. I felt pretty embarrassed at being watched the whole time. My face was probably bright red. Because of that, I avoided looking at Hazuki-san when I handed her the test. There had been no time to write my symptoms on the back. Yeah,
それでは待合室でお待ちください。
She just straight up was like, and you're done.
お薬が出てますから。
We're gonna wait. Medication?
薬
I didn't sign up for that. Is it melatonin? That's not, that's over the counter. They were prescribing me something? Dr. Takashina never say anything about that.
ええ、先生の指示で。弱い精神安定剤です。ぐっすり眠れるようになるし、副作用などもありませんよ。
Ah, perfect. Oh, wow. Thoughtful as ever, Dr. Takashina. And yet, when I realized I would have to wait in the lobby again, my mood was immediately sent spiraling. Ah, finally. We are getting the melatonin. Actually, it sounds even better than the melatonin. The contagious madness, the unchanging me. By the time I'd gotten back to Shibuya, it was already evening. The hospital was technically in Shibuya Ward, but since Yoyogi was the closest station to it, commuting via train was the fastest. But the Yamanote line had been as crowded as ever, and despite only being 2 stops along, the trip back still made me incredibly tired. Riding the train any further would have been a pain in the ass, so I decided to get off the Shibuya station and make my way back to base from there. Even then, there were still tons of people outside the station. I despised crowds. They made my head spin. See, I hate crowds, but I'll go through them. Not wanting to stay any longer, much longer, I tried to speed walk out of the scramble crossing, but even walking straight was nigh impossible. Stumbling, even slightly, caused people from both behind and in front to bump into me. What's more, a bunch of people handing out pocket tissues blocked the way. We're gonna need that for what I wrote down in the the psychological test. Practically forcing everyone who passed by to take them. Fed up with everything, I ignored them. Ignored the first person handing them out, but took some off the second because at least she was a cute grill. Jesus, this man. I can't with him sometimes. I was so sick and tired of these people handing out tissue packs and shit to push their products. Didn't they have anything better to do than stand right in the middle of the road? Whatever, it's free, so I might as well take it. Oh, it's like free samples when you go to like the Costco. Inside the tissue pack I took was a red flyer, and there was a paragraph's worth of shit written on top of it with white ink. Talk about ostentatious. Like, holy shit. You couldn't exactly miss something with that color scheme. Oh, duh, that's why. As I walked along, I gave it a quick skim. Don't read. Oh, wait. Well, type B is in short supply. Currently, Shibuya Ward is suffering from a severe short supply. Well, they can take my blood. It's fine. I could give my blood to everybody. I always forget which type blood I have. All I know is it's the one that you can give to everybody, but like I can only get my specific blood. So if I need blood, I'm basically dead. It was a blood donation flyer. As I read it, I thought back to the form I'd filled out in the hospital. I didn't have any memory of filling out something like that 4 years ago. Maybe the way they examined patients had changed recently. Even then, though, something felt oddly familiar about the test. Deja vu. Oh, not again. I'd been getting hit by it all the time recently. Having my mind and body not functioning the way I wanted them to, the sense of dissonance was an incredibly uncomfortable feeling. So in order to ascertain the true cause behind the deja vu, I tried flipping back through the pages of my memories. See, when you try doing that, when you have the deja vu, it's just like your brain... I thought back to when Mom had taken me to the hospital about once a week. I'd kept my mouth shut at all times and only expressed myself via nodding or shaking my head. At first, I'd been taken to a perfectly ordinary examination room, but since I showed no signs of improvement, I started going to a different room before long. The room had essentially been a counseling room, which meant it put the patient's relaxation first and foremost. In other words, there were sofas and plushies, and whatnot located all around the room. Dr. Takashina had taken a very patient approach to treating me, all while refusing to blame my situation on anyone. He alone caught on to how I was merely choosing not to speak, rather than having the inability to do so. Meanwhile, my mom would always talk to me in an unnaturally cheery voice. I wouldn't really like that too much. Every time I'd gone to the hospital, the doctor would always welcome me with a refreshing smile. The nurses also treated me with all the love and care they could. And I had a feeling there had always been one more person in the room. Oh boy. Who are they? Oh, right. There was that man in the black suit. One that felt fairly out of place in a hospital. Was he there before when we saw this before? Was he? I don't... Maybe I just didn't notice him. Oh no. As I'd been doing my best not to speak, I never asked about him. I didn't know who the hell he was the entire time he was there. He didn't feel like a doctor, and he always stood all alone a fair distance away from everyone else, all while gazing out the window. I dubbed him Mr. Nozomi in my head. That was the Nozomi system. It's this. The Nozomi system! Though that wasn't his actual name or anything.
Nozomi.
Oh, the man in the suit always had a badge on his chest, no matter the situation. And on that badge was the word Nozomi. Uh-huh. It looked like a logo to me, though, so it probably wasn't a name tag. It's his gamer tag. Oh, I knew why it was bothering me now. That test from before also had the Nozomi logo printed on it. Yup. I had a hunch that I'd seen it somewhere before, and now I finally remembered exactly where. It was like a huge weight had been lifted off my chest. At least you figured it out. That aside, what was Nozomi anyway? I was pretty sure it was the name of a business.
のぞみさんっていう美人女社長が設立したカウンターテロ組織とか漫画みたいだ。
Okay, let's not get too crazy now. I know we're a little bit too crazy, but we can't get that crazy. We're going off the deep end, buddy. Like, we just can't. Finally, back home. Is he gonna look it up? When I'd arrived at my base, I'd gone straight to look up Nozomi online. However, there were so many results I couldn't manage to pin down anything specific. I mean, it is a very common, like, name. Oh, let's go with a more normal theory first. That Nozomi guy could have been from the company that made the test, and he was just at the hospital in order to sell them or something. The hospital then had adopted the test recently, and they decided to have me fill one out today. Nah, doubted that. Never heard of some rando attending a patient's examination like that. See, that's the weird part. He was just there, menacingly. So who the hell was that Mr. Nozomi guy? Memories kept pulling at my mind, but I was fed up with it at that point. I'm going back to ESO. I don't have time. Either way, the reason behind my deja vu was now clear. I decided that I'd ask Dr. Takshina about my memory issues next week, but until then, I was going to stay cooped up in my room without bothering with school. Yes! There was no way in hell I'd go to school where people were trying to hurt me. In all honesty, I really don't want to screw up the minimum attendance chart I'd carefully constructed, but it wasn't worth getting myself killed over. True. Throw it out. We don't need school. I gave up on my Nozomi search and went to look for any interesting looking threads on @channel. Time to go to the 4chan. Did I just hear something at my door? Oh no. The news board was almost completely filled with NewGen threads. To be continued. Shudders. Even the ESO boards had threads like, let's try and replicate NewGen crimes in ESO. Now that's just psychotic behavior. And to be honest, I was beyond sick and tired of the whole thing. Dude, that's fucked up. Like, diving back into ESO, I found Grim. Grim, hello. Oh, we're like full on in the game now. We ain't just looking at the screen. Nightheart. The @channel news board is super fucking boring recently. They really won't shut the fuck up about NewGen. Well, it is the biggest thing of note recently. Whenever a new incident like this happens, people always freak the fuck out about it. The shitstorm incarnate. Lol. They still haven't caught the culprit? I mean, you and I both know the police are incompetent. Hey, give them a break. There's tons of idiots all over Tay-Web painting the culprit as some moe hot chick. You ain't wrong, though. Like, I seen her. That demon girl. She was covered in blood. It was kind of hot. The desolate eyes of the girl I'd seen at the crucifixion murder scene flashed through my mind, and I felt a shiver run down my spine. As much as I didn't want to remember, that ghastly memory would come back any time I let my guard down. Oh, it just like flows into your brain. Is this always here? Can't we just like move this like up here and like make it smaller? And like, I don't like this UI that in this game. Not like ESO. Wait, I'd seen the culprit's face. I knew who they were. Should I report it to the police? But I didn't want to get involved. Demon Girl? Is there already an offshoot of the perp like that? That might be taking it a bit too far to be TBH. Anyway, these NewGen cases are seriously interesting, dude. I've joined the free for para NewGen community. Wow, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, you're getting way too much into this. Everyone but you and Sisson from our school, our guild has joined. Oh God, was he serious? Now I wouldn't be able to hop on and chat with my guild anymore. Now, yeah, because that's all they're going to be talking about. NewGen is some weird shit, man. Gives me the chills. I knew you were into the gory stuff, Grim, but... don't tell me you're the type that looks for artistic merit in murder cases. Dude. True, the crucifixion corpse could have been easily mistaken for modern art. No, it couldn't. It's literally, it is what it is. So it'd be fair to say that it was artistic in some sense. Dude. Nah, the only thing you should be seeking here is how lewd it is. The ultimate form of BDSM. This guy's hopeless. I better do something quick. You'll get it once you leave behind your virginhood, Neidhart Ton. Hell, that's never gonna happen, and you know it. You lowly bastard. Are you trying to say you're not a virgin? Damn, look at that face. The little emotes. You damn traitor. Back to topic, though. The site pooling all the info together is filled to the brim, so you really ought to take a look. I don't want to. I really didn't want to. I was scared. I wanted to escape the reality in which I'd witnessed the scene of the crime. That's why I'd been intently avoiding all info related to NewGen ever since then. I wanted to fool myself into believing that the gruesome scene I'd seen had been a delusion, but I was basically a god in ESO. Not just someone strong, but someone who knew all. And not to mention I was the guild leader. It'd be beyond embarrassing if the organizer of the group couldn't keep up with the latest topics, but you shouldn't force yourself to... I had to make sure that didn't happen. Well, get the mods can be a part of it. It's fine. I clicked the link to the site Grim had sent me. Why are we like this? The top of the site had had the title "All Things NewGen" written in big letters right in the center of the page. The wiki. This type of website was basically a wiki. It was open to the public, and anyone could enter info related to a particular topic. In the case of this NewGen site, loads of people entered info concerning NewGen, and the site updated as they did. Sites like it tended to suffer from unreliable info being mixed in, as well as its fair share of vandalism from trolls, but they can still be fairly useful for getting a quick overview of an incident. God, I hated when the teachers would be like, "Don't use Wikipedia. It's not a proper source." The fuck you mean? Most of the time, it is, actually. Like, god damn it. And mark your sources. You gotta give you the to show to the page that you looked at. Many links were pasted all over the page. I promptly clicked the link that read current timeline. My heart raced just reading that just reading the site was making me nervous. My palms were slick with sweat. Why do we have to do anything? The first incident, dubbed the group dive, was the suicide of 5 high schoolers that had jumped to their deaths. Yeah, I know about that one. It happened in the dead of night on September 7th, which was about a month ago at this point. Let's see, yeah, look at all of this. Victim was a 56-year-old university professor. Are all the crimes being committed by different people? Witnesses claim. They heard that. No. That didn't happen. corpse affixed to a concrete wall. The building they jumped off was Cornelius Tower, which was located in Shibuya. They dove off the rooftop helipad. Of course, all 5 had died instantly. According to the autopsies, the 5 all had foreign pieces of flesh under their fingernails, along with various scratch marks on their hands. Well, that's not good. Based on that, it was surmised that the 5 of them had been holding hands as they jumped for one reason or another. There was no suicide note of any form on the rooftop. A snake. Person online, one of those people acting like Snake, had actually gone to Cornelius Tower themselves and reported that the door to the roof had a sign on it saying no entry to unauthorized personnel, and that it was locked practically 24/7. Naturally, the door had been locked at the time of the incident, and the key was not found among the belongings of the deceased. Essentially, the rooftop helipad had effectively been a locked room, and the method the 5 had used to enter was completely unknown. They just appeared. There was a very high chance that someone other than the 5 had been present at the scene of the incident. The second incident, dubbed the man-child murder case, no, not this one, had occurred 12 days after the first, placing it on September 19th. Early in the morning, a university student on their way home from a karaoke session had discovered a collapsed man covered in blood by the Shibuya Station underpass. The victim had been a university student residing in Shibuya Ward, a 21-year-old named Konoe Chizuo. He was already dead when he was discovered, but his abdomen had an unnatural, very large swelling. No, I don't like this one. According to the autopsy, someone had performed an abdominal incision on the man, stuffed a newly born fetus inside the man's stomach, then stitched it back up. Where'd you get a fetus? What? Moreover, a DNA test confirmed that the fetus had no blood relation to the victim. The victim was a bachelor and had no relations with any women. Oh, that poor man. It was only online speculation, but it was assumed that the 32-week-old fetus had been removed from its mother's body via C-section. However, the mother's identity, current whereabouts, and even whether or not she was alive was completely unknown. It was possible that the police had already discovered her whereabouts, but if they had, nothing had been publicly revealed. And now mine. Oh no. How about we just skip that one? We know all about this one. I averted my eyes from the monitor to keep myself from throwing up. Jesus Christ, talk about nauseating. The culprit was completely insane. And maybe, just maybe, these ghastly murders. Don't stop with the everything. Oh, now I'm here now. Had been carried out by that girl. Dude, we don't know shit. Japan is over. Why? Just like, yeah. I started serotonin in an attempt to bleach my eyes. And just keep looking at her. And with that, I somehow managed to stabilize my mental state. I considered taking the meds the doctor had given me, but serotonin did the job nonetheless. Or, you can listen to me, you could do both. Stare at her while taking your medicine. Anyway, that might have been necessary to maintain Neidhart's honor. Reading all that gory stuff really fucking sucked. Oh no, I didn't even get a choice. Oh god, wait.
そんなに辛いならさ、読まなくていいって。
No, see, well, yeah, we didn't have to read. This is good.
タッキーがド M ってんなら別に止めないけど。辛そうなタッキーは見てられないさ。もうやめよう。楽しいことだけしてようよ。
Yeah.
いつもみたく私にハーハーしてもいいからさ。
Okay, listen, it's not like always, okay? It's just sometimes when I'm really feeling it. Oh, how wonderful and caring you are, Seraton. Seraton was the only one who could stay by my side. I couldn't ask for a better waifu. And we're done. I rested my chin on my hands above the table, watching Saraton smile as I took deep breaths. Ah, my soul has been healed. You are insane. But it's okay. I'm here for the ride. I might be able to get through a little more if I kept glancing at her as I read. And so, I decided to put that into practice right away. Look, we literally read the previous events. We already know the one. We've seen it. We were there. We don't even need to look at any of it. It's fine. Unless we discover some crazy new information, which, I mean, we might. It wouldn't actually surprise me.